So would you rather have more time or more money?
I did that one.
You did that one?
Did we do it? Yeah, we did.
You still feel the same way?
Yeah.
What that?
More time or more money.
Well, I don't remember. I honestly
Oh, well,
don't
let's see.
remember.
Go ahead. Let's start over.
Yeah.
And
Go
I
ahead.
think we should go back and look at what we said before. It might be different.
It might be. How you feel today? Because shit do be determining the day.
When you say more time, do you mean like more lifetime
More lifetime.
or like in time in the day?
More life.
More lifetime.
Yeah.
Lifetime.
More money.
For real?
More money. Yeah. Because I look at
No, yeah, I
myself.
remember his answer.
Yeah, I think I got the same answer. I look at myself as I keep saying the word patriarch, but also a conduit for interpersonal relationships with my family as well as generational relationships with my family. So with more money, I can create more opportunities for those outside of myself. Even if I'm not here, they'll have. And that's really my focus. Is like my life, as much time as I have, is really focused to build enough to help everybody outside of me. So if I had the money now, I could go as much as I want to fuck around out here, but yeah, that's my whole life goal.
I said money too. Because he was saying on the last one, he was like, well, what if you die tomorrow? I still got the money. And so that money goes to whoever the fuck, I leave it to. So, yeah, mine is definitely money.
Mine was time.
Still feel that way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I even in the time I can create opportunities. It's not to say that I'm gonna just be here and be homeless. You know what I'm saying?
But you could.
Yeah.
That's what we said last time.
But you can have money and leave it to people who don't know how to do anything with it.
That's on them.
And then they still end up being on the same fucking corner with me.
I mean, honestly, I could just do the best I could. I could put somebody in school and they still fuck up in the corner. But I need to give them a chance.
And that's the same thing I do with my time. I stay in and create opportunities with my time. So I stay here. I build with my family. I teach them as much as I can. I give them the don't touch the stove, right? So let's say I'm able to don't touch the stove with 3, possibly 4 generations because I have more time now. So that in itself creates opportunity. The whole time I'm paying into a life insurance policy that pays them off when the time does come. You know what I'm saying? So, or for those people who are around me, I'm teaching them that. You know what I'm saying? So the money and wealth can still be building while I'm still here to see it. So if I got that time, I think I could do something with it.
I respect either way, honestly.
Yeah, it's no wrong answer.
Yeah, we got it.
Except if a nigga just like, I want to be here so I can fuck these hoes. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, it's definitely not that.
We got to hear yours.
Need me to get the mic.
Got to.
Yeah, come have a seat, brother.
Pop that chair.
So I think I would rather have more time, especially having kids and especially having daughters. I think that I would want to be here to see them succeed.
Yeah.
I think that my time with them, I'm able to give them more with me being in their life as a father than money probably ever will. So I definitely think I would rather have more time than money.
You think that answer kind of fluctuates depending on where people are in life? Like because you have kids and because you honestly add value to your children, that develops your answer when somebody might be the same age.
Yeah, absolutely. If I didn't have kids, I'd definitely be like, hey, I need more money.
Yeah.
Because I can do a lot more in life with a lot more money now. I can travel. I can do pretty much anything I want to do.
Right.
But yeah, it's just like going throughout life.
Bring that mic up.
Going throughout different
yeah.
stages of your life, your answer is probably going to change depending on where you are.
Yeah.
You start to see different things. Yep. Prioritize, and then the level of importance of different things come along.
Yeah.
I think for me, and he and I had this conversation a couple times, especially as we got older, like you start to see how death becomes different. You know what I'm saying? So you're like, man, let me spend more time with the people who I got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let me spend more time with my parents. Let me spend more time with my kid, like with his kids. Yeah. Even with money, you still talk about time with your people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Same thing with you. When you talked about the money, you still talked about the time with your kids, with your family, with your wife. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that, and I think they both play into each other. But I think it's just being at different stages in life.
Yeah, I think that's it because I try to envision myself if I did have kids, if I did have have built the things that I'm aiming to build from the space I'm in now, I might change that answer
Yeah.
because of what I can support with who I am instead of what financially. Because honestly, like you saw me talking to my nephew yesterday. It's like, bro, I wish I could help put him through a school. But I don't have the funds to do that.
Right.
I wish I got one nephew that works 3 jobs. I wish I can help set him up in a situation where he doesn't have to. He can help start building himself instead of spreading himself. Like my sister has a business. I wish I could inject whatever funds to help her get rolling. My mother's about to go into retirement. I wish I could help make sure she's set up so she doesn't have to worry about if I have enough for the rest of my life. So that's where my mind is now because I don't have those things that are true, that are directly connecting me as like children, or honestly the age that you all have. You all have much more experience in this lifetime.
Because even with the things that you just named, I can still throw a time on everything you just named. Because
You could throw a time.
I could throw an element about time on any of them. Because how you was talking about, like I wish I had this money so that he doesn't have to necessarily spread himself out, but could build himself up, right? But you'll need time to teach him that. You can throw money into people, and then they blow it.
Yeah, it's all money management is like something serious.
Because
man.
we literally see well-off people leave money to their kids,
and then
their kids blow it.
Yeah, for sure. Because you don't teach them.
Because you didn't have time to teach them. A lot of people, like when I see people, especially women, having these arguments about dudes that make 6 figures and all this stuff. Or this dude I'm trying to find a man that make $1 million. He probably won't have time to really put into this relationship.
Right.
So you'll still be by yourself. I got this money. And then eventually the money ain't gonna mean nothing to you and you'll probably fuck off with a nigga that work for FedEx. You know what I'm saying?
I had a conversation with my daughters a couple of weeks ago and I actually I sent them how to invest.
Yeah.
Cause I'm like, I wish somebody would have taught me that when I was 16, 17 years old.
Right.
So I'm like, I didn't have a clue. We had to learn on our own. And but now I'm trying to get them to think early. I'm like, look, if you put $500 into a Roth IRA from when you're 18 until you're 30, I'm like, you won't have to work anymore.
Yeah.
Like that money will grow.
Yes.
And by the time you get to a retirement age at 60, you'll probably be at $1.5 million just by investing $500 a month for a 10-year span.
You probably put 60 grand in and now you got 1.5.
Exactly. I'm like, we so late to the game. And I'm like, in the way our parents didn't have it, they didn't have that knowledge. But now us being in situations and positions that we are in, we can teach the younger generation and our kids to be better than we were with managing money.
Does the information have to come from us? Because to me, if I give direction with the money, so this money is for you to go take this course, to go through this school. You can only get it and draw it if you go through this semester, that semester. If you set it up in a way that because I honestly don't have enough knowledge to support everybody. Yeah. But if I put the money in a space that makes you go through the process to learn the knowledge.
I think sometimes the time isn't necessarily about teaching, but sometimes the time is just being there
the
for
support.
People. Yeah, the support.
That's dope. Because that's my nephew pretty much told me yesterday.
Because sometimes that call, bro, when I heard that, I was like, I wanted to dap you up for doing the shit. You was like, and he was saying what he said, you was like, bruh, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's what you need. You know what I'm saying? When you had but also you don't necessarily have that from everybody.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we ain't talked about that before. I was like, it's been times in my life where I'm going through some of my best times and I call people and they don't answer the phone. So then I gotta go it alone, right? Whether it's my good moments or my bad moments, I still have to go through those times. But it's dope that you made that call, you heard that information, and you were his biggest fan.
I'm about to say, it's crazy how much, I know how excited he was in that moment, but he will never know how excited I was.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So it ain't necessarily about being the teacher as so much as just being a fan.
Yeah.
I talked about it way early in this podcast where I was like, I just got to a point where I slapped myself on the butt and say, good job.
Yeah.
But man, having somebody tell you good job, that shit is priceless.
Yeah, we grew up in a different era, man.
Yeah.
We grew up in an era where your father, most of the time, didn't even tell you, hey, I love you. Rarely did you hear that from your dad growing up. So you always try to, to be that voice and let these kids know, hey, I'm proud of you, man. I love you. I'm they need that. It'll take them a long way in life, man.
Look, y'all honestly are adjusting my thought process because I think about it as we take money. It's honestly a little bit of a shortcut.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
and the actual time and the process that we always talk about that helps with development, there's no dollar amount that can be attached to that.
Absolutely. I say this all the time, and I'm not necessarily talking about you and with this particular question, but just in my observation of how people talk about money, right? Money has become the new God. And the reason I say it is because people equate money to love. Like money now is right in the same, it's in the same sentence with love a lot, right? So money has become the new love. Love, God used to be love. God is love. Everybody should say that. God is love. God is love. Now, money is love. If he can show me that he loved me by taking me on these vacations, and he can show me he loved me by taking me out of the workforce and all these things, then that's him showing that he loves me. That's him showing me that this is my new God.
But is it not partly? It's not completely, but because you think about, like, you spend most of your awake day working to earn whatever you earn, and for you to give your time that you put into anybody else through the dollar, to me, it is a representation of I love you. Like, you pay for your daughter's dance recital because that's what she likes to do.
Correct.
It costs $700, but I worked most of my day was devoted to that. But I give it to you because I love you.
Yeah, but then she look out in the audience and don't see you because you still got to work to make more money.
But see, so then I think there's another conversation that needs to have, because I still love you.
Yeah,
and I'm still showing you that I love you.
Exactly, and it comes with a balance.
What you got?
I know that too, because I've had to deal with that. I've had to miss something because of work.
Right.
But
right.
I paid for it.
Yeah.
It was recitals or whatnot, dance competition or whatever. But she also knows and appreciative, like, hey, we can record it for you, Dad, and we'll watch it at home. Like,
right.
Oh, you did great. Like, and so she still knows that the love is there.
Right.
Right? Because of, I even funded her to do this. So me not being there wasn't huge, but her not being able to do it would have been
devastating.
devastating.
So
you know what I mean?
so
and then you come home with some new joys, and she like, man, fuck that guy.
So I understand what you're saying, but I also understand, like, especially when they're young like that, it ain't gonna be but so many conversations that you can throw money into the conversation with a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they will much more prefer your time.
Yeah, time.
1,000%.
If you go in the backyard and you just throwing a ball with your son, or shit, you pretending to dance with your daughter, she'll take that shit over any of them. You know what I'm saying?
That was pretty smooth though.
Yeah. But they'll take that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know how many people, like, man, especially people who get money, they be like, man, I'd rather be poor if I could go back to being as happy as I was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When like, the one thing I used to love about hanging out with people, like, I don't want to say that we're disadvantaged or anything. Like, just my friend that lived in the project, they was always happy out there, bro. Yeah. They were barbecuing, they were throwing fireworks. It's fucking March 19th. These niggas shooting fireworks at each other.
But happy ain't always love, bro. Because we can be happy and not be progressive and not be focused. That shit ain't, at the end of the day, you gonna end up not happy.
Yeah,
so
but
sometimes you gotta just not be joyful, and that's real love. Me telling you the truth about yourself is real love. Like, that's what we trying to give you. Yeah, you can have opportunities to be free, but no, bro, I need you to give you some structure. I need to give you some direction. I need to help you continue to grow to be a functional person. That's love.
And I understand what you're saying, but love don't necessarily, it doesn't have to come in the, like what you just said was, and then I tell you the truth. The truth still ain't linked to money. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree.
So the thing that I'm saying is,
but if I pay for you to go to school, that's linked to money. Take your ass to class.
But I can get it, like, literally, I can learn in other ways than you paying for me to go to this.
At some point, I gotta pay for something. There's no way, to me, there's no way in this world that you're going to learn the things to elevate yourself without money being involved. Whether it's you go and pay, I invest in your business for you to learn business lessons, or I pay for your business class, you learn business lessons, or you go to school and they teach you something. You have to invest their dollars, which is your time.
So I got friends that went to public school all their life.
Yeah.
And then they went into the military, and the military said, here's, like, we'll give you this education, Why are you in the military? They took the things that they learned in the military and took it into the workforce.
Well, yeah, that's a great example.
Yeah, so like it's still to me, it's still, I would just say time. You know what I'm saying? Like the money sound like it's like you said, it's a shortcut.
Yeah.
Like and it's definitely a helpmate. You
And
know what I'm saying?
I'm also fading towards you all side.
Yeah,
yeah,
But I gotta throw the other side.
Yeah, of course, because the devil's advocate is that's your shit. But like it essentially becomes the shortcut and the helpmate to it all. But like, I just think time is it's a bigger deal. And like I said, like we said, maybe as you start to get older, because me and him had a conversation, and we was like, man, do you find yourself like damn near about to cry at certain situations, or when you start thinking about, especially like mortality, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, me and him, we both lost our dad like within a month of each other.
Yeah.
So like, it was like, bruh, like
what's going
what
on?
the fuck
man?
is
It's
going?
crazy.
Life
Comes at you fast.
Yeah,
man.
like his wife lost her dad.
Yeah, like 6 months.
6
after.
months before
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was a blur. Like when we talked about life, how life just be lifing, I ain't going in and talk about it because it was an outside situation. But bro, it was like boom, 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 and then it was a life.
Yeah.
It was life and it was rolling. So it was like, man, and I think those moments are the ones where you like, man, if I could just get a little bit more time. Just a little bit more time. So when that happens, you like, man, fuck, boy. Not to say fuck this money, but like when the shit happened for me, when my job was like, hey, are you coming back? I was like, nigga, when I get back. I don't give a fuck about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That money will take care of itself. Them couple dollars that y'all want to pay me to be there, I'll get them couple dollars at some point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I need this time. I really wish I would have had that time with him, but I'm gonna definitely take this time to make sure he's done good. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I saw it. That's why time was bigger for me.
Yeah, it's kind of like what's the saying? Like, you give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day, but if you teach him how to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime.
Yeah. Take time to teach somebody.
Exactly.
That was smooth, bro. I was like, oh, now Black about to give us some long-winded. Nah, that shit hit. That shit hit. Yeah, because I mean, if I give you $100,000, that's a fish for the day, but you don't know how to manage it. You don't even know how to
You're
earn
gonna blow it, man. If you don't know how to manage money, then you're gonna blow it. Why you see all these lottery winners and all these people that come into money that fast?
Yeah, like athletes. We see
A year
athletes do
later,
it all
they
the
all
time.
broke.
Right.
Yeah.
Because nobody ever taught them how to manage the money. You get money like that. When the money comes at you fast, you spend it fast.
Shit, the fact that you don't know how to earn the money.
Yeah.
Somebody just put it on
Man,
your
like
plate. You don't know how it got there.
Like when they was talking about everybody, black people getting they 40 acres in a mule, right?
Yeah.
Like now, recent. They was like these people in the top 1% was still
They gonna end up with it anyway.
Oh yeah, they still gonna win it. Yeah,
They're still gonna get it from
1,000%.
it.
Yeah.
Because you gonna blow it.
Yeah.
It's
Look
all-
at,
they know how
look
to
at
finesse you
COVID,
out of
man.
it.
Look at COVID. They sent out all those stimulus checks. Like
Right.
it ended up back up. The top 1% just got
Exactly.
richer
Yeah.
because everybody just went out and let me go buy me a car. I'm gonna go buy this. I'm gonna go. And they own the 5 top companies: the Googles, the Amazon, the Facebook. They own pretty much like 80% of
market.
everything of the market. So the money is going back to them eventually.
Yep. Cause I be on Amazon every other week.
So that's the time versus money talk.
So that's with the conversation of what that reparation came up. Like, oh, let's give these people reparation. I'm like, I don't know. Money is the answer.
Yeah.
I don't know. You just giving them money is going to be the answer.
Yeah, especially like a lump sum of money. Here's a lump sum. Now,
So what I said with that is, I'll take that chance. Give me the chance to fuck it
You
up.
give it a chance. Like
Yeah.
I would rather give me the land or give me land.
yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, give me the
my
land.
40 acres.
I need both.
Exactly. Or
And-
make it in the
and-
form
and
of
100 million?
like a tax break. Like,
yeah,
hey,
tax breaks.
we don't pay taxes for the next 20, 30 years.
400.
Like
We gotta even this thing out somehow.
I seen California was trying to come up with like, oh, we're gonna give everybody. I'm like, that's not gonna work.
Yeah, like I think
Like,
San
that's
Francisco
not-
was talking about like a couple
Yeah,
million
it's not
dollars.
gonna work. It's not gonna work.
But we gotta hold out, like
Yeah,
NFL negotiation. Hold out for that big contract.
Yeah. They ain't gonna give it to
Yeah,
us.
I know.
Not this America.
This how I'm feeling inside. Every line that I write.